Hello, YouTube fans. Shalom, my people. Shalom. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I haven't done a video here in a while, but I saw one of Xemnas videos. Shout out to you, man. And just caught me thinking or showing some stuff that for people that don't know or people that want to be ignorant to fucking like people just want to be ignorant of vibrations and all that stuff. You know those meteors that they show on the news about like, oh, this is the temperature, how it is, and if it's this high, that means it's cold. If it's this low, that means it's hot. Let's go with this for a minute, all right? Because those are the same colors as the chakras. And I've been knowing this since I was a kid. And no one didn't want to point it out to me. I had to figure this out myself. But when you point it out to some people, they want to act stupid and ignorant. Because that's how indoctrinated they have been inside their system. They rather talk about everything else instead of their higher self and who they are in the cosmic world. But they want to pay attention to the physical. Trump, Biden, Obama, this motherfucker that's in the street, Disney World, fucking Lip Biscuit or some shit. I don't give a shit. You want to pay attention to those people. You want to give your vibration, your energy to those people. Instead of just looking at it and moving the fuck on. Analyze it without any emotion, without any type of, literally without any emotion. You just watch it, you analyze it, and you move on. Because you know how these wicked beings are. And if you're still talking about them the way that you see how these people are, then you can't call yourself woke. You can't call yourself, oh, I'm awakened. Because that is a distraction. But all of you guys, but not all of you guys, but some of you guys think that it's not a distraction, and it's like, oh, I need to know this. I need to know what they did. You see, it's not a distraction. I'm only showing you this because, no, it is a distraction. Because while you're showing me about all of the shit that you see on the news and all of the shit that you see with these motherfuckers, what are you doing? What do you know about thyself? Do you have a relationship with Mama Planet? Do you? You don't? Well, that's what you need to do. Get right with her. You need to be in a relationship. Not in that fucking relationship shit that that these motherfuckers push out. Not all that love and enlightened shit. No. Alright? I don't want this video to be too long. But I'm gonna show you this here. Might as well just show it. Because shout out to Seema here.
I'm gonna do real quick about this right here. This is it says on the title right here. I had to screenshot it because for some reason it didn't want to keep the on the site, but it says strong early signs suggest a different polar vortex will develop for winter 2025, 2026. It says early data shows strong signs that a polar vortex is likely to be weaker than normal, which means that we're not looking at a winter, all right, where they want, because temperature is too high for them to create such temperatures. A weaker polar vortex in the stratosphere means a weakened disruption.
Now, sorry, folks. I'm going to continue on what he's saying. But pay attention to this. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to these colors. And if you're going to be still ignorant to these colors, then you know what? If you're still going to be ignorant and not learn or actually figure something out, if nothing clicks inside your brain when I show you this, then guess what? You are a sheep. You are closed-minded as fuck. Seriously. And you deserve every bad fucking thing that's going to happen to you when this shit goes down. Because you're going to be up in here saving these motherfucking wicked beings while those monsters fucking killing them that are part of nature. And if you want to go against nature, go right ahead. See what that will get you. Into the pit of fire where these pedophiles belong. Yep, I said it. You're going to be where they're at. Because this is a situation that we're in. No time for fucking, oh, I feel sorry for you. No time to, no. Some of you guys don't even know that Tiamat shut down your pineal gland. Yeah, of course you don't know that. The reason Tiamat shut down your pineal gland is because all you guys are holding us back. Spiritually and physically. You guys are all holding us back. The ones that are not in tune to thyself, the ones that are in tune to Mama Planet and knows what's happening with the cosmos. If you're not breathing in these energies every day, Don't expect to get these what we call superpowers, and especially if you're not thinking about building structures. Okay? But everyone thinks that meditation is like supposed to be like a monk, or you're supposed to be this peaceful and not act wild. Who told you that? Who told you that? You don't even know that you have the power to destroy these wicked beings before they step a foot at your door. But you don't care about that, don't you? You want to hear the negative shit. You want to hear the bullshit because you're yourself is bullshit, and you can't admit that to yourself. You can't admit that you've been lied to all these years. You can't admit to yourself that all these distractions that you see with all these motherfuckers, celebrities, Trump, and all this shit, you can't admit to yourself that these are distractions, because if you had to put that down even for one day, you will be butthurt, because you'd be like, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to fucking react. Why don't you just turn off your fucking laptop, turn on your fucking video games, and actually start meditating. Get grounded with nature. Start building something. Start building a structure. And then you see how vibration and how more knowledge you will actually become. Seriously, spend time literally with nature. Spend time with that sun that's beaming out there, that's giving you all this energy. Don't get me started with the whole freaking sunburn and all that stuff. One, if you're part of nature and you're getting sunburn, it's because you're eating all this meat. You're not supposed to be eating it. Two, if you're becoming red as a freaking tomato, you're not supposed to be here.
Big jet stream, below which is increasing the chance of a more dynamic winter pattern over the United States, Canada, and Europe. They say it's going to be a more dynamic. Now look at this color right here. This color is purple right here.
Exactly.
All right. That purple literally represents anywhere from 270 to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. Now I want you to remember one thing. Brother Pharaoh had said on the message. He said, our melanin can take up to a minimum of 1,225 degrees, a minimum, not a maximum, a minimum. All right. So you're talking about temperatures of over 300 degrees. When you start going to the blue area, you're looking at 240 to 210 degrees. That green area, which is all the oceans, which is literally 120 degrees. You see like that red and that reddish blue area. All right. They're saying.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I have a little something for people that don't believe that the Earth has a Kundalini, because all of you guys are all here being like, "Oh my God, the ice is melting. The ice is melting." Well, here it is, right here. Kundalini is heat, and it says yes. Kundalini energy is often associated with the expression of heat. You see that right there, right there, right fucking there. And then you can Google this, Kundalini is heat, and it will give you all of this. And you can just pause it. Go ahead and pause. And read all of this. Seriously. Are you going to be more ignorant or more dumb? Seriously. Seriously. I don't care if, I don't care who watches this. Friends, families, friends, or foes, you're going to fucking watch this shit. And you're going to fucking like it, you piece of crap. For you ignorant fucks.
The charts.
Because there's no time to be ignorant. There's no time for you starting bullshitting with this shit.
Let's see right here. They're trying to say something is cooler in the reddish area, which says it's 0 degrees. But we know better. Alright. But the color charts, you talk about the temperatures of over 300 degrees.
Right.
Alright, see that? You're talking about temperatures of near 300 degrees. Alright? And this is why they have the 5G towers set up. They have all these 5G, 6G, 10G towers set up to trigger atmospheric energy. Alright? Which means that it's designed to cause the stratosphere to create a different type of energy. You understand that? So, for example, green flames usually cause elements like copper can reach the temperatures of 2,600 degrees Fahrenheit.
When he's mentioning green flames, and what do I have in the Astrodome? Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you talking about the color. If you look at the color of the fire and energy, because this planet is nothing but energy.
That's
it all. That's all it is. It's nothing but energy. But you can look at the color mode. Go and do your research.
Exactly.
Look at the
colors. Look at the colors. And then look at the colors you have on your chakras. Or you think I'm making this up? If you think I'm still making this up, or two brain cells are not moving in your head and you're like, oh shit, he's right, maybe I should stop fucking listening, then cool. If you decided to be like, oh shit, I'm gone, and you know what, that's fine. Because all of this stuff was way over my head too. But guess what? I learned and I adapted. Because either you adapt or die. Plain and fucking simple. Plain and fucking simple. And then all you guys worried about, oh, it's too hot, it's too hot, it's too hot. Yeah, because the Kundalini of the planet is rising. You see this? All right? The planet has a Kundalini. All right? And we ourselves have a Kundalini too. So what happens when someone meditates for a long time, especially if they're part of nature, that they have that carbon structure? That they get tan when they're out in the sun, because they are sun people. Look, this is me from talking from experience. If you ate this meat and you go to the sun and it burns you, it's cleansing your body. Trust me, it's not doing what these white folks are going through. They're not getting cleansed. They're actually burning themselves alive from the sun. But you and me, that are so-called Afro-Hispanic or black, we get burned because of all the shit that we ate, all that junk we made, and the sun is literally peeling that out, all that junk out of you. And that's from my experience. Okay? And when you tell people that experience and they go through it and you be like, you know what it is, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Why? Because it hurts their reality. It breaks their foundation of what they have learned. Because their foundation right now is going to break. And it's already breaking right now. What happens when you can't talk shit about Trump anymore? What happens when you can't talk shit about none of these wicked beings anymore? You have nothing. 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 What, you still going to be gullible when you see freaking titans and your ancestors and your dead relatives moving around in the sky? Oh, that's Project Bluebeam. Yeah, okay. Okay. Go ahead and tell yourself that. Remember, we're hitting an age now that whatever you put in your head is going to be 100% your reality. And then if the planet changes around it and you don't like it, too fucking bad. Because the planet is changing around it. And if you still have that mindset of this bullshit that they're pumping out, you're going to be very, very fucking sad. You're going to be in that fetal position crying like a little fucking bitch. Seriously. Let's move on.
Color mode. And you're going to find so much that that you don't know. They can easily lie to you, saying this purple right here is extremely cold temperature. It's not. You're talking about 300 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, because that's extremely cold.
70 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. There's all this green right here. This green is,
which is your heart.
120 to like 200, 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
Look at that. That's your heart chakra,
right?
guys.
This is what we're talking about. So,
that's not also just the planet itself. That's your heart chakra. That's how hot it can get. You know how sometimes you lay down one day just sitting in your room and you're like, oh, why am I here feeling hot all of a sudden? It's because the vibration that's happening inside of you, right? Especially if you eat all this gunk, you're going to get even hotter because of all that bad shit that you need to get out of yourself. That's why there's so many people being like, oh, it's fucking hot. And then I'm over here like, it's a nice type of hot. And they look at me like, nice hot? And I'm over here like, yeah, nice hot. The heat when it feels warm, like a mother's womb. Apparently you haven't felt that. I'm sorry that I haven't felt that experience, but you know, a lot of people are not close to their own parent, anyways. So,
you know, you have to understand science. Science is very important for you to understand. Every 365 days.
Look at that.
I'm watching this right here.
Look at that pitch
and it gets
black right here. That's darkness right there, baby.
As these solar flares,
these are all plasma energies,
cosmic rays, and these plasma beams hit our realm, we find that it's expanding the energy in our realm. All right, so you're talking anywhere from 300 to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, the lies they tell. All right, when you start seeing them, this is why they put things on the news, because the people who don't know believe anything that the news forecasters say.
Pretty much.
This is why they.
And people will always defend the news. Always defend the news. Always, always, always. They would defend it when they're 6 feet under still. They would defend it when literally. They would defend it literally, and they would defend it until their system dies. And some people think that they won't die with the ship. No, they are. They're going to, because if you're still talking about all this bullshit stuff that you see on the news, you will fall down with the ship. You will fall down with America, because this right here, this is the future. This is what we're talking about here. We're talking about energies. We're talking about cosmic shit. All right, and that's the future. And if you're not talking about if you're not talking about this, if you don't know what the pattern is for this, if you're looking at this and confused as hell, and you don't know about this, either you don't have the right type of knowledge, or you're so ignorant that you don't want to see the knowledge, and you just want to stay inside the physical and not even part of spiritual at all, because you think the spiritual stuff is just a mundane thing. Or it's just there in the background that you cannot control. Bitch, fucking please, go fuck yourself. That tells me you have no power within yourself. Or you're gonna trust you're gonna trust Jesus, you're gonna trust the fucking law enforcement to fucking protect your ass. When these are the fucking same fucking people that when the time comes, they're gonna go straight after you and fucking kill you, rape you, and eat you. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. But yeah, you want to be nice to these fucking people, right? You want to be nice to them. You want to be nice to them so bad, right? Go ahead. Don't worry. There's people around here that want to be white so bad, but they can't be white. I've said this before. Not white people don't want to be white people. Especially now when the sun is killing them. Oh, that's hate speech. Yeah, okay.
To be deceived, they need you.
It sounds like you have a lack of knowledge. Seriously, then you're going to tell me I have a lack of empathy. No, I have a lot of empathy. I just don't have empathy for stupid fucking degenerate motherfuckers that don't understand shit. They don't want to understand it. And then think that I'm going to talk right over them. No. If you're going to think I'm talking right over you, it's because you're not learning shit. You're just repeating the same bullshit that I don't need to hear.
You understand this? So,
why are you not talking about what he's talking about? Why are you not talking about what I'm talking about? How come you're not talking about what I'm talking about here and pointing this out? Of course you're not, because it's not your cup of tea. It's not. It's not meant for you. So get out of this video and watch some bumblefuck shit. And then when the shit goes down, you could be in the fetal position or join these motherfucking pedophiles or these motherfucking degenerate motherfucking governments, and then you'd be right next to Trump. And at that point, I don't care. I've seen a video when a brother was just like, hey, if these extraterrestrials come down here and they're not here to destroy the white man's system, then I don't want nothing to do with them. Exactly. These people are destroying their own kind, and you can see it when they're making freaking concentration camps. You think it's for us. Oh, if you're stupid enough, yeah, you'll be there. Because you're going to think you're human. You're not human. But go ahead and think yourself that you're human. They're going to laugh at you and be like, oh, this fucking idiot thinks he's human. He thinks he's one of us. Wait until he dies when we use his organs. Oh shit, we found the cure for cancer and AIDS and all that stuff inside his organs. Well, Can't tell everybody about that. Got to keep that a secret. You guys don't know what type of bodies you Afro people that are walking around this world, so-called black, so-called Puerto Rican, so-called Afro Mexicans, Afro freaking Salvadorians, Dominicans, any part that's part of the Afrocentric. Some of you people do not know what type of bodies you are walking every fucking day. Your body is a fucking reactor like Godzilla, and you're walking. Your body is a reactor, and you keep walking every freaking day. All right? Just like Godzilla. And if you watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, you see these humans fucking up shit, and then when Godzilla passes through it, everything's replenished. All the Titans that pass by when stuff happens, everything gets replenished. Why? Because they're part of nature. Okay? But you guys don't want to pay attention to these movies. You guys want to have fun with these movies and think it's entertainment. And then when you guys think about, oh, what if creatures like Godzilla and Kong are all real? Oh, that'd be scary. They're all real, and some of them are you. But whatever, man. Whatever. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm just trying to tell people this is what's up. But you just have a lack of knowledge of knowing all of this stuff. But yet, what do I know, right? What do I know? I could say something, but
They don't want you to study science.
what people think I am.
And all this other garbage out there. That's why they got all this other stupid shit out there, because they don't want you to know or think about knowledge.
Exactly.
Science.
Exactly.
Physics.
Yep.
They don't want you to think on that level. But I'm going to make sure you think on that level. Alright? And it's based on the overall state of these major global factors, we will see how they are projected to evolve and how they can impact the full polar vortex on a large-scale winter circulation. So right now, what are they doing? They're working on creating the formulas to
Make it winter or cold.
create a winter. This is why I say there's brothers and sisters out here who are supposed to be building, creating technology. I'm working on different levels of technology. We have brothers and sisters building orgone, but we gotta go deeper than the orgone. I was talking to the brothers at the gas station over by the gas station on Finkel and Meyer a few days ago, and I was talking on this level. We were talking on a higher level, and I said, we gotta start building again, because we're led like the champions of technology. This is where our ancestors come from, and the first thing they say is, well, this government and white man gonna do this. I say, well, how you gonna fight back?
Right.
And they say, well, you can't fight. I said, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
I said, you can fight back.
I fought these motherfuckers all the time. But obviously, I'm not gonna tell my friends that. Why would I tell my friends or family that? What, do you need proof that I've showed you proof? There's even fucking news about it. When the Capitol got caught on fire. But yet, when you tell them that, even if they do believe it, they're going to be like, oh, you can't talk like that on the internet. I'm like, why? What are they going to do? I said this a whole bunch of fucking times that I put the Capitol on fire in the Astrodome, and they haven't come to me. They haven't came to me because they would have to show a clip of me transforming into a giant 500-meter kaiju destroying their shit. Yeah, they don't want to show that to me, because that would tell me that they're scared of me, and I already know they're scared of me, and I already know that I'm right, and I already know I'm on the right path, because I get confirmations from the universe. No one hasn't fucking had to tell me. Not Remedy H. Shout out to you, brother, but he doesn't have to give me confirmation. My friend Remedy doesn't have to give me confirmation. My friends and family doesn't have to give me no confirmation. The only confirmation that I need to get is from Mama Tiamat herself, the planet herself. And she gives me those numbers. If you don't know those numbers, look them up. I don't have to do everything for you. But if you get frustrated that I say to look it up, then maybe you're the problem. You're the problem to not open yourself more, opening your mind up more, and actually being your own self-teacher, self-taught. But yeah, if I play the piano or the guitar, you're self-taught. But not self-taught when it comes to the spiritual shit. Sooner or later, I'm going to make a freaking machine, me floating in the air, and all of you guys are going to be like, oh, how'd you make that? I'm like, I made it because I have the knowledge within inside of me, and I know what I'm doing. You just be looking at it and be like, it doesn't have a battery, so how's it floating? Not knowing that the planet herself is a battery, and all you need to do is have fucking cables, wires outside, and it would literally be connected to it, because again, the planet is a battery, and you are a battery itself, especially when you charge yourself up mentally and physically and spiritually. And if you haven't done that, then guess what? It's not going to work for you. Okay? Seriously. Because people want to be like, oh, it doesn't work for me, so automatically it sucks. No, you just have a lack of knowledge. You have a lack of freaking knowledge of thyself, and you have a lack of knowledge of how that thing works, even though you created it. And don't think these wicked beings will take it away from you, because if it doesn't work for you, they don't want to grab it. If you made something, if you try to make a car that runs in water and it doesn't work and it doesn't run in water, guess what? They're not going to take it away from you. They're going to look at you and be like, this guy thinks he's smart, but he's actually fucking dumb. So they're just going to leave you alone. Well, at least I survived. No. You got to fight for, you got to die for something. You got to fight for something, even if you die. But apparently people can't do that here. People can't do that here. Not my fucking fault.
Plan. But we're so busy fighting against each other.
Right.
Because of the foods and the drinks and everything else that's out there that's got us designed to fight against each other. But brothers and sisters, you need to understand what the fuck is going on.
Right.
That's a deeper thing that's going on. Alright? Everything is changing.
Yep.
Understand the science of our planet. The science of our realm. We got to create the weapons to fight against this system. Everybody talking about the solar flares coming in. What are the solar flares? Everybody talking about powers. Yeah, we all have powers, but then there are brothers and sisters who have extremely high levels of intelligence.
Yes.
To create technology.
Yep.
Let's go deeper. All right. I'll catch you guys later. Like I said, I was going to keep this quick.
All right. So, and don't take what I'm saying as anger. As like, oh, he has anger issues, or he has these type of problems. No, I have a passion for this shit. When I got in tune to thyself and got in tune to nature, I was so passionate that I wanted my friends and family to wake up. But you can't wake everybody up. You know why? Because there eventually comes to a point where they don't want to wake up. They rather stay in the ignorancy. They rather stay in their ignorancy. They rather not change. They rather not stop eating what they're eating. They rather keep doing all this bullshit and all mundane crap because it's comfortable for them. That's all they know. They literally think that they themselves are separated from the spiritual world. Do you realize you could talk to your family members in the spirit world if they died? I've seen people that are in tune to thyself and shit like that and have busted out crying like a little bitch because their family members died. And I'm over here like, you should know. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Cry when they're born and chill when they die because they're out of this shit. Thank you. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett. Seriously. Don't cry when someone is dead. Celebrate their life, celebrate their legacy. They have become an ancestor now, and they became a part of you. And you could tap into them. Some of them, you can use them as monsters, Pokemon style, baby. Shin Megami Tensei, Digimon style. Alright? Or Jujutsu Kaisen style. I am dead serious, you could do that. But you need to know who you are, and you need to know what type of powers you have, because not everyone has the same power. I might be a monster tamer that looks like a clown, but you might not, you know? I'm a Henyanko Bonaga Chimera that has monster plushies. But what do you have? You don't have the same thing as me, and that's fine. If you fly like Superman and fight like Batman, then okay then. But that's what you not interpret yourself. That's what you find out within inside yourself when you keep researching, keep building yourself up, and anything that resonates with you is what you are. Yes, you can question it a bit, but once that little mind tells you, no, this is you, and then you're like, oh, you're showing it, and that little mind tells you, okay, you know what, forget it. If you don't want to listen to me, then, oh, well, then, that's fine. And that's usually Mama Tiamat telling you that shit, and your higher self. Because they both know, and they want you to come back to what you are. Damn, man, I'm getting hot in here just by talking about this shit. I know the light is beaming on me and shit like that, but me talking about this stuff is making me hot. Because that's the high frequency and high vibration. A lot of people can't take it. They will either tell you to shut the fuck up, because, oh, you always talk about this all the time, you never have a breather. But yeah, you want to talk about all these celebrities, Trump, Biden, Obama. You want to talk about all of these people and not take a break from that. What a hypocrite fucking move. If you expect me to take a break spiritually and not take a break of it physically, are you stupid? Don't look at me like that, man. Don't tell me that shit, because I'm going to look at you and I'm going to be like, this is a person I should not hang out with anymore. Bye-bye. I don't want to know you, and I don't care. Bye-bye. When the shit goes down, hopefully you can make it, but if you don't, well, you know what? You get reincarnated anyways, because you're immortal. And the children, the little babies, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Nothing's going to happen to them. All right? Especially if you protect them with your life. All right? Because we have to protect our women and children around here. That's another conversation, too, that a lot of people don't want to talk about. All right? Seriously. But let's look at this one more time before I head out. So look at this one more time. Kundalini is heat. And it says, yes, Kundalini is often associated with the experience of heat. All right, when the Kundalini is awakened, it can cause a surge of energy that manifests as instant heat, sometimes described as a burning sensation or as a wave of energy moving through your body. Kundalini, the heat. Okay? All right? That's all I need to say, guys. That's all I need to say. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you know this and stuff like that, shout out to you. Respect to you, brother and sister that knows this stuff. The people that want to learn this stuff, respect to you too. You're learning, you're growing. You basically, when you learn this stuff, you literally breaking the foundations of their reality. You're making your own reality. Seriously. All right? Seriously. Because a lot of people might say, oh, but wouldn't that clash with somebody else's reality and other reality? See, all the realities are coming together. Why do you think the time is moving so fast? Because every timeline, every dimension, every universe, every cosmos is coming together as one. One timeline, and so imagine the MCU and the Marvel, come together as one. Imagine that world. That's the type of world we're going to live in, people. Why do you think they keep making movies about the multiverse? And most people are so tired about the multiverse stuff. And I'm like, if you're tired of that, then you're going to be tired. If you're already sick and tired of that now, then you're going to be way more sick and tired of it when it really happens in real life. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be safe, guys. Know thyself. Keep learning. Keep manifesting. Keep building. And know who you are, man. Know who your ancestors are. All ancestors are titans. Titan, serpent, elemental dragons. Seriously. Well, that's what serpent is. It's a type of form of dragon. But yes. All right. So I'll see you guys and be safe.